Tiffany, Paula, Colleen, Chad, and the Crouch family. We gave up a Saturday to go riding while they set up our stops, counted money, did all that kind of stuff. Not nearly as fun as what we got to do. A special thanks to SOS for hosting our barbecue, Mitchell's for staying open late as our first stop, Ray and Nikki for their help at Motorsport, and of course Jason for opening up the mule for us today, and Tim of course for doing the photo shoot at SOS. How you doing? I'd like to thank Dr. Chaos and Steve Luxton for the entertainment. Global presents for our website, quick copy for our posters, my grandma for making the muffins at registration, my brother-in-law for helping design our shirts, and Blue Water Power and ChemFab for covering the cost of all our rider shirts this year. A huge thanks to the media who have helped make 2010 a success. Inside Motorcycles, White Line Magazine. Paul, did you make it back? Anybody seen Paul? Okay, we lost Paul somewhere in that along the day. K106.3 and Blackburn Radio, the Sarnia Observer, Petroleum Topic, as well as the Toronto Super Show and the World of Motorcycles Expo. McDonald's of Sarnia also came through for us again this year with coin box donations for the past 2 weeks. There's so many people and companies to thank, I can't cover them all. We'd be here a long time. So keep your maps. Our sponsors are listed on there. Anytime you can support those who support us, we really appreciate it. One big supporter that isn't on that list, but deserves a special thanks, is B&G Diamonds in Kitchener. Pam was our first big sponsor in 2004 and came through for us again this year. I'd also like to thank two couples that have been with us since the beginning. Margaret and Gareth Donan and Al and Linda Parsons. They started coming to the Rock when we were based in Cambridge, and they've been making the trek down here every year. Big hand for them. Before we get into the prizes, I just wanted to take a few moments and explain why we're all here. In 2000, on May 21st, my wife Lori gave birth to two identical twin girls, Victoria and Samantha. Two of the most beautiful little girls you've ever seen. Vicky entered this world fine, Sammy arrived gray and lifeless, and I thought she was gone seconds after birth. My first gray hairs appeared that day, and a lot more have appeared since, but I thought I was only going to walk out of that hospital with one daughter. But a few minutes later, she was okay. And we brought her home, and we had a little over 2 years of pure heaven. It was great. The little girls, we danced all afternoon. My wife worked days, and I worked evenings. And I spent so much quality time with them. And I really treasure that, especially now. And then in September 2002, Sammy was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic lymphoma. They found a tumor in her chest the size of a grapefruit. So when you think of the size of a 2-year-old's chest, that's huge. They said if we didn't catch it when we did, I don't know how much longer she would have lasted. The next 9 months were spent in London Hospital and Toronto Sick Kids. My son Noah gave her his bone marrow. The transplant went really well, but as so often is the case, there were complications, and she ended up in PICCU. Having your daughter in PICCU in a drug-induced coma to keep her alive with a breathing machine, sorry, really can't describe it. And then 8 days later, 3 days before she was born, 3 years later, 3 days before she would have turned 3, Sandy passed away. And my world changed forever. And coming home from Toronto later that morning, it hit me. We had been robbed of a lifetime with Samantha. For some weird reason, we've been given a 3-year extension. I could have lost her at birth instead of had her for 3 years. So then I started thinking, why? Why, if there is a greater purpose and a meaning to be here, why did I get that 3 years with her? And this is it. Sandy was put on this earth to motivate me, to motivate you to raise money for childhood cancer research. And we're going to save lives. Other kids will not suffer like Sandy did. We will make a difference. As my friends at the foundation say, we will win. Sandy did not die in vain, and we are here in honor of her and in honor of all the kids out there suffering today and those who have not yet been diagnosed with cancer, because so many more will. And I look at Vicki and I look at Noah and I look at all the kids, and I just hope that they don't have to go through what Sandy did. And that's why we do this every year. And I can't thank you guys enough for all your support. Putting on an event like this is not easy. It's a lot of hours, it's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of frustration sometimes. But I truly appreciate it, and I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you. Big round for you guys. And I am very proud, and I know Sam is up there watching us, and she's very proud. Today, our 97 riders raised $28,000 for childhood.